cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it. Them bricks is way too high, you need to cut it. Your price is way too high, you need to cut it. Cut it, 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 cut it.
Kyrie back. Kyrie is back, children. Kyrie is back. I say Kyrie back. The boy got his hair cut, took that headband off, and Kyrie is back. Kyrie is back. Game before this one, 30-31. Last night against the Bucks, 28, 3-7. Kyrie back. That's all I can continue to say. Kyrie is back. I didn't expect him to start out the way he did, but I guess I can say I did expect him to start out like that, because the man was hurt. He was hurt, had a surgery, and ended up coming back. Boston is starting to get their legs up under him, and, well, I ain't gonna say Boston as a whole. Kyrie is starting to get his legs up under him, because Jason Tatum been doing what he do, Jaylen Brown been doing what he do, Al Horford been doing what he do, Marquise Morris, Marcus Smart, all of them, they've been doing what it's just Kyrie, and then whatever's left over of what's his first name? I don't know his first name. Gordon Hayward, I think that's his first name. I don't know. Hayward, he had a decent game last night, 18, 4, and 5. But I'm not paying you $100 million to give me 18, 4, and 5. Like Kyrie got 28, you need to have 25. I'm sorry. That's just how it's gonna be if I'm paying you all this money. Boston, when are y'all gonna trade him? He's on the clock. I don't care if he coming back from injury. He's not needed at all. Kyrie, on the other hand, can be needed. We know these young boys can ball out, but when it came time last year to close, Rozier, you did a good job, but when it comes time to close, Kyrie gonna do that for you. What good is Gordon Hayward? Can someone tell me what good he is? Like what's his purpose for being on this team? What is he there for? What does he bring that you don't already have? Jason Tatum can score 18 in his sleep. Last night he didn't have a particularly good game by his recent standards, but Jason Tatum put up 12 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. Jaylen Brown did not play. He did not play at all. Terry Rozier had 7 and 7 and 3. What good is Gordon Hayward? You have the fact that Jason Tatum only scored 12 points. They weren't looking for Jason Tatum. It was a lackluster enough defense or defensive effort, and I ain't even gonna say it's lackluster on the Bucks' part, but it was just something that the coaching staff on Boston, that Brad Stevens was able to see where Gordon Hayward could kind of get a little shine, so they exploited it, and rightly so. That's what you're supposed to do. You're there to win games. However, you're plugging him in to help him look good, which you should do because you spent all this money on him. But the fact that he scored 18, go for 25. Go for 25. I understand you coming off a catastrophic injury, and things you don't trust your body. You don't trust your body. I get it, but I'm telling you, man, he does not jump off the page at me when I see him on the court. And then even looking at him, his game is somewhat, it's a old school style of play. Just watching him, and it puts you in the mindset of a no disrespect of a Klay Thompson. And I mean, I love Klay. I know what Klay brings. I know what Klay can do. Gordon Hayward is like a poor man's version of Klay Thompson. That's really what he looks like. And you Boston fans could kill me. I don't care. But put Gordon Hayward on the trade block, man. Get rid of that boy, because he ain't doing y'all no good. He just taking up space. You could be letting your young life live right now without him on the court. Jason Tatum was a sacrifice last night, man. Jaylen Brown didn't play. That opens it up for more shots that Jason Tatum could take. Terry Rozier only played 26 minutes and had 7 points. That's more shots that Jason Tatum could have gotten. Jaylen Brown did not play. Jason Tatum played 31 minutes. Why did he only have 12 points? Because Gordon Hayward had 18. That's the only correlation. Get rid of him. You're gonna regret it in the long run. Get rid of him. That boy means you no good. He getting money for nothing. But ain't nobody gonna take that ridiculous contract that y'all gave him. And then he got hurt. Ain't nobody want that contract. But you needed whatever you gotta do, Boston. Cause y'all gotta Danny Ainge. Hey man, get on the phone. Call somebody. Get rid of that boy. If you don't get nothing but picks, y'all technically don't need nothing. You could get another veteran to sit on the bench from somewhere. I mean, just pull a veteran from somewhere. But it needs to be a big or a stretch four. Either a big or a stretch four is what you need to get, because y'all got enough guards and y'all got enough players for the 1 through 3. You just need one big body and a pick. A veteran big body and a pick. That's all. Danny Ainge, get on the phone, man, because y'all need that. Gordon Hayward is just on your books getting paid for nothing. He ain't contributing nothing, bringing nothing that y'all ain't already got. Get rid of that boy. I said trade I had said trade Jaylen Brown a little while back. You know, who would I get rid of, Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum? Keep Jaylen Brown, get rid of Gordon Hayward. That's just what that boils down to. To get off Boston for a minute, Milwaukee did not put up. They weren't no slouch, man. One big that Giannis walks a lot. I watched pretty much that whole game last night, but it was several plays, whether he got fouled or it was just a move, and he got the best of somebody. Giannis be walking a mile, cause he be walking during these games. I don't know if it's almost like LeBron. He got that LeBron Euro step kind of walk, that James Harden kind of take 3 steps to step back walk. Giannis, see, that's where Jason Kidd would come into play, but no, Milwaukee didn't want to keep Jason Kidd, but he would help. Giannis would get some help with his footwork, because he wants to have good footwork, but it's just not the correct good footwork. Like, he walked several times and got called for it one time at that. Like, he walked. But he still showed up, man. Had a good game, 33 points, 11 rebounds. That's a typical Giannis stat line at this point. But let me tell y'all something, man. I did not know Tony Snell, old ugly, was still in the league, man. He got 14 points. I mean, he played 14 minutes last night. When I heard him call him off the bench, I was like, yo, Tony Snell, what he doing still playing? I did not realize that man was still in the league. The other funny thing was that I low-key just, as they were going, like, I'm watching their game, I'm like, okay, Chris Middleton, kind of know him. Brook Lopez, yeah, been around, we know who he is. Brogdon, I'm like, yo, bruh, you decent and all, but Eric Bledsoe, I'm like, yo, you on a team, you on another team. I mean, you raw. Eric Bledsoe is a raw player, but I don't know, man. Ilyasova, been there, done that. Like, they got a bunch of, not rejects, but it's just like, yo. And Delanadova don't even play. Like, that man gets no PT anymore. That's crazy. They signed him, gave him a bunch of money, and now they don't even play him. Now, the one key takeaway from that game, real quick from that game. Chris Middleton, hey man, you cost your team the game. You cost your team the game. When it was coming down to the wire, I remember the play. Giannis is coming down. Chris Middleton comes up. He gets on the left block. He's playing as if he was gonna post up Kyrie, but he doesn't do it immediately. Giannis cuts to the basket. He cuts to the basket. Instead of Chris Middleton doing just a little flip pass, I mean, he could have got the pass right past Kyrie. Instead of doing a little flip pass to Giannis, he watches Giannis go in the hole. Giannis jumping up and down, wanting the ball, because it would have been an easy score and would have tied up the game. What does he do? Chris Middleton, you don't pass Giannis the ball. You pretend and then eventually post up Kyrie. And Kyrie bodies you, who you give up, or he gives up maybe 2 inches to you. You body up with Kyrie and then try and flop and cost your team the game. That game probably could have went to overtime, or Kyrie would have had to show up with one of them clutch daggers, which he had been making. He had been making it rain all game, making it rain, getting in the hole. He was doing what he wanted to do. So it still might have came out Boston's way. But Chris Middleton, you cost your team that game, bruh. You did. It was your fault. Wanting to be I don't know if you wanted to be the hero in that instance, but when you tried to flop and they didn't call it as a flop, yeah, you that was your fault. You're the reason why they lost that game last night. Because Boston tried to give it to y'all. On that final stretch, right before that, Boston had missed like 3 consecutive shots. One, I think it was 2 from the 3-point line, and then one that was even inside the 3-point line. They could not make a shot. Could not make a shot. And y'all just, well, not y'all, Chris Middleton, you did not take advantage of that. And Eric Bledsoe, hey man, hit the gym, bro. After practice is over, you make 100 free throws. They ain't got to be 100 consecutive, but you making 100 free throws before you leave out of my gym. You ain't going home without making 100 free throws. And I'm letting you off easy by saying you ain't got to make 100 straight. But you need to make 100 free throws before you leave my gym today. Because you another one. Got on the free throw line and choked. You choked. I don't know no Milwaukee Bucks fans, but that was Chris Middleton and Eric Bledsoe. Yeah, we need to have a talk. We need to have a talk after that. After that, we need to have a talk. Big up to Dame Lillard though. Last night, the second game was the Trailblazers and the Pelicans. Anthony Davis did not play, but he didn't play, but Julius Randle stepped up. He stepped up in a major way, the way he should have been doing when he was in Los Angeles. I don't think he got a fair shot at that. The last couple years of Kobe's run, it was all about Kobe and trying to get Kobe to look good and make that young team mesh. Julius Randle got a raw deal because they did not keep him, and yeah, but he showed up last night for New Orleans. He showed up in a major way. The boy put up 29, 6, and 3, which is, that's pretty good for Julius Randle. Like, he ain't had no game like that since college, probably. That might be exaggerated. He might have had a good game in the NBA, but this is like a memorable one because the star player was not there. Jahlil Okafor still needs. He still has some adjusting to do. I think it would really take place after Anthony Davis finally finagles a way out of New Orleans. Whenever that happens, that might be when Jahlil Okafor actually gets a chance to blossom or flourish into a system. Drew Holiday is he's raw, man. He is raw. Watching him play is like watching a child of Jamal Crawford. In a sense, he doesn't do the same and one moves and stuff like that during a real game that Jamal Crawford does. But watching him, how wiry he is, how electric he can be, and the plays he makes plays, he really reminds me of Jamal Crawford. But on the opposite end, man, Portland picked up the win, and I appreciate what Damian Lillard said after the game when he was like, we not getting cocky because them boys got a fire record right now. Excuse me, they got a fire record at 6-2, and Dame Lillard, put up 20, what was it, 26? He put up 26 last night with 7 and 6. You can't ask for more. CJ McCollum, I need you to get your business straight, bro. Cause 8 points, 2 rebounds. Yeah, we need more from you. Aminu was straight. He picked up some slack, 17. Nurkic had 20 and 9, which I guess that's where CJ McCollum took his little leave of absence because Nurkic was able to get hot and sustain his performance pretty much throughout the game. But Dame said, we understand that we have a good record and we've had a good start to the season. But especially last night, the Pelicans blew them off the court and they realized that, but Anthony Davis didn't play. And Damian Lillard recognized that. You know, they took advantage of the situation, which is always good. Do that. If you see a chance to win a game, do that. But Damian Lillard, he was a realist about that, which I respect that. He was a realist. We beat them. We were at home. They beat us last year, embarrassed us. We did somewhat have a little chip on our shoulder, but when it boils down to it, we played a good game. We need to keep winning games, but Anthony Davis he was not on the court last night. He was not on the court, which you can't thumb your nose at. Switching gears, going to the NFL. Now, I told y'all the other day that I was gonna tear John Gruden a new one. I'm gonna double down on that. I'm not gonna do that just yet, because you want to give players you want to give coaches their shot. And sometimes it does take a couple years. Like, you see, Hugh Jackson got fired, but it's been 3 years, and he has not been able to prove himself. They've had high draft picks. Josh Gordon is probably one of the Achilles heels of why Hugh Jackson was never really able to get his footing in Cleveland. But John Gruden, I'll cut him some slack. I ain't gonna give him nothing. I'll cut him some slack. But he was hired to basically build up a team that was already halfway decent. Jack Del Rio led them to a 12-4 record, and then in 2017 they were 6-10. It was a drop off. Excuse me. But Derek Carr was hurt, which that correlates to less wins. Your star quarterback is not playing. Now, John Gruden comes in, and pretty much up to the halfway point of this season, John Gruden has managed to trade Khalil Mack, trade Amari Cooper, and if there was another quarterback out there for him to get, or another quarterback that a team would actually let go of, and he liked the quarterback, Derek Carr would be out the door too. They would trade Derek Carr. Well, he would trade Derek Carr, because it's just, I don't get how you come in, there's a great nucleus in place, and you trade it all away. Khalil Mack is just, he's on a different level when it comes to rushing the passer. They need that, because last night the 49ers put up 34 points on them, and they only scored 3. They only scored 3 points in an entire NFL football game against the 49ers. Both of you have only won one game all season. That should have been the tightest game, whether it was a shootout or just the defense is beating up on the offense. That should have been a low scoring game all the way around, because you two are evenly matched somewhat. Both of you have only won one game all season. We're past the halfway mark at this point. 49ers knew what they had to do, and they did that. I just don't get it. 10 years, man. You got 10 years, $100 million. You're going to get $10 million per. And this is what you do. I hope he continues to be a man of his word, and we get him back into the booth, so he can, well, not even the booth, but get him somewhere where he can answer some of these questions, man. Because you need to step down, because ain't nobody he got in this little press conference, he lying. Who wants to be a part of that circus that you making, man? You ain't building no championship team, no dynasty. You building a circus. And you gonna be the red-headed clown, my G. Get John Gruden out of here, man. Get John Gruden out of here, because ain't nobody got time for that. Nobody got time for that. And before I let y'all go, one last thing that I want to bring up. So, just last episode, I said, is JR still on Cleveland? Is J.R. Smith still in the league? Does he still play? Is J.R. Smith still on an NBA team? Can somebody tell me? I said that last time. I said JR need to step up. Got his money, ain't doing nothing. Now, all of a sudden, JR coming out saying he want to be traded from Cleveland. Somebody tell, who in the hell gonna say, who is gonna pick up J.R. Smith? Somebody tell me who gonna pick up J.R. Smith. Can anybody tell me who gonna pick J.R. Smith up? Ain't nobody wanna put J.R. Smith on their team, and he's not gonna produce. He's gonna be a diva. He's gonna bring distractions because he's not interested anymore. LeBron left him in Cleveland, the worst thing he could have ever done for J.R.'s psyche and J.R.'s career, because J.R. is never gonna be the same player. That championship run, that 2 to 3 years when Shumpert was healthy and up, J.R. was having the time of his life. The time of his life. Basketball was so easy. All he had to do was play, and he was guaranteed to get to the playoffs, maybe even get a ring, which they did get one. But JR, this is it. This is it. This is it. He's not going to be able to. He hasn't had an injury, but I'm going to say he's not going to be able to be a Derrick Rose. And the reason I bring D Rose up is because D Rose has had his issues. He's been railroaded. Off the court issues, JR had a lot of them. Not really a distraction or a problem, but D Rose has just had a lot going on off the court, and then even in conjunction with what he had on the court, because D Rose had all his injuries. I mean, when you look at it, both athletic players can somewhat do the same thing, and D Rose is comfortable with coming off the bench now. He realizes where he is in his career, which is cool. In that 50-point game, man, JR would never have something like that. JR could never have something like that. But at one point, JR had the talent. He just did not put no one put their foot in his ass to make him be what he could be. If someone would have been there to push JR, if he would have had a great system in place and someone to make him a better player, let him know, look, you can get the money, you can win the ring, you could play basketball. You need to focus on basketball and becoming a better player. If someone would have been there for that, JR could have been a great, like one of the greats. If someone would have done that to him, I ain't saying he would have been a GOAT or none of that, but he could have been a really great player had he put in the time and the work. Derrick Rose got on TV and said he really worked, like he worked. And you could see that because the man has been bounced around. You could always see the flashes. But, D Rose put up a great performance, man. 50 points. That was something. It was something special to see. That man deserved to cry them tears of joy on TV because he really has worked. He's worked at it. And, even if it's just that one game that we get where he scores 50, he may not score 10 points the rest of the season. May not score 10 points per game the rest of the season. But that 50-point game, though, we won't forget that. We will not forget that. As a fan of basketball, you will remember that game. Because that may be the last time we got to see what Derrick Rose could have been. Maybe the last time. But yeah, man, that about wraps it up for me. It was just John Gruden still pissing me off. J.R. Smith is a clown because come on, man. J.R. Smith is a clown. Who else I touched on? Man, hey, Kyrie back. Hope y'all. Kyrie back, man. Hey, one other thing. My OKC Thunder. What's his name? Paul George. Where we at last night, buddy? Huh? What did you showed up in Charlotte? Huh? Did you play? I can't really remember you that much. What you had going on, PG? 11 points, 10 rebounds. He had 4 steals, 3 blocks. Yeah, that's cool. You did what you did, but you shot the ball 20 times. You only made 4 shots. PG was good, man. What you got going on? Hey, Westbrook is back. I hope y'all are on notice. He's put you on notice. Westbrook is back. My boy, Abrinas showed up last night, man. He showed up with 25. I don't know who made him mad, but Alex say, hey man, hey, I could do this too. And he put up 25. We needed that. We needed with Paul George slacking on the job. We needed that 25, and it was a good quality 25 too. He played 30 minutes and put up 25 points. We needed that. That was a great effort. We were able to beat Charlotte by somewhat of the skin of our teeth. But it was a good quality win. We needed that. Yeah, man. This weekend, I'm not sure what the schedule looks like. Of course, Sunday or Monday, we're gonna talk Patriots and not Patriots, bum ass Patriots. This weekend we are gonna talk or next Monday we are gonna talk Saints and Rams. You know that's gonna be a good game. We are gonna talk Patriots. I lied. Patriots and Green Bay. We are gonna talk that. I'm still my money's on Green Bay because I just don't want to see the Patriots win. That's just me. Outside of that, the weekend Friday, I am gonna talk about OKC and the Wizards because John Wall gonna have another quality point guard in his face. I want to see what he does because the Wizards are 1-6. So I'm ready to see that. That's coming on actually tonight. So we might be able to get that in on Saturday. And then Saturday night, what the game is for Saturday night? Saturday night. Let me see. Yeah, Saturday night. All these games kind of whack. Yeah. All of them are pretty whack. The Lakers play the Trailblazers again. That might be decent. Decent to see. Utah and Denver. That might be decent too. That might be decent. Two fast-paced teams. Denver is 7-1. That's crazy. But yeah, man. I wish y'all all the best. Hope y'all have a great weekend. I'll see y'all back. Probably Monday morning. Hope y'all have a great weekend. Enjoy. Don't overindulge. And I'll see y'all back Monday morning, man. Have a great weekend. Appreciate you. Yeah.
I just wanna say thank you, man. To every hater, thank you. Help me every city I go.
I appreciate it. From the
I ain't
bottom
gotta
of
tell
my
them my
heart.
name.
No more. I mean that.